why it's hard for some people to take criticism and why people act like they can't criticize somebody that they like. The reason why I want to talk about this is because, I am delivering a loud message about accountability and reasons why it's hard for some people to navigate through their life based on their attitude, right? This is a theme here we see. And I'm trying to figure out how can we be objective, and be free thinkers and have all these biases based on whether or not we like the person. It's hard for me to take an opinion from somebody who is biased, who I know that your opinion is solely based on whether or not you like that person, not about what that person did, what that person contributed, what that person said. You don't like the whole person, so everything they do you don't like, even if they're right. It's hard for me to accept opinions and perspectives from a lot of folks because they have these biases based on a person's personality. For instance, let's just talk about reality TV for a second. I don't like Kandi Burruss from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can't stand her. I think she's messy. And I don't like her. I think it's well documented that I don't care for her. I'm not here for Kandi Burruss. I don't like her. Now, I can say that she's a smart businesswoman. I can also say that what Phaedra and Porsha did to her was wrong. What kind of person would I be to say that I'd be on Porsha and Phaedra's side because I don't like Kandi? So I'm going to excuse Porsha and Phaedra's behavior and basically saying that this woman was going to commit a crime by drugging someone and ruining that person's professional reputation. What kind of person would I be to say, because I don't like Kandi, I think she's messy, I think it's okay for what Phaedra and Porsha did to her? That's, to me, demonstrates a lack of intelligence. The same way a lot of these people don't like Kenya Moore. Every single thing she does, y'all find a problem with it. Come on, lady, get up. Come on. You gonna let me over, bitch? Thank you, bitch. Everything, she does, y'all. The bitch was building a fucking house. Y'all had a problem with how she was acting to Shamea, who came in there with some heels trying to get some camera time. She was up there building a house, focused on building a house, and because y'all don't like her, you found something wrong with how she treated a person who came in there who was not about business, who was about getting camera time. I have a problem with that. I really believe that shows a lack of intelligence. If you have the inability to be objective to a person's actions that you don't even like, Chris Brown is another example. Y'all don't like what he did, and it's really hard to use Chris Brown because he does have a pattern of behavior. To me, I believe that there's an exception. Somebody has a pattern of behavior, they do this stuff all the time. It's kind of hard to support them or to back them up when they do something good because you have a pattern of treating people this certain way. I saw a comment on Twitter. This person was criticizing Miss Hicks, Daddy's girl. He was criticizing her, and somebody responded and said, just say you don't like black women. What? Wait a minute. What do you mean I don't like black women? I can't criticize a black woman without you saying that. Or listen, I can't criticize what this person is doing who happens to be black and a woman without you saying that I hate all black women. That shows a lack of intelligence. If you cannot show any objectivity to things that are presented to you without having a bias on whether or not you like that person, you're not smart. You're less than smart. You're less than smart. There's no way. There's nothing else that I could say about it. I really think that it's just clear. you know, I don't understand why we as a people, we feel like we can't criticize each other openly. I got to do it in private. Why? Why do I have to do it in private? The only logical explanation that I can see why black folks don't want other black people criticizing black people in public is because you don't want white people seeing that we're criticizing each other. Fuck them. We can't navigate this world under white gaze and how they view us or what they'll think because we're criticizing, or because if I'm criticizing, they believe it's an open door to criticize other people. That's one thing I don't like. Like, if I'm criticizing somebody, I don't want you to come back with the whole generalization that this whole group is like this, and so now it's time to bash that person. That's not what it is. When you're talking about someone's individual actions, and you're not going to say everybody who likes that person is bad, or everybody who... Oh, shit, I forgot what I was trying to say. This is what I'm saying. You cannot say that just because I'm criticizing somebody, that I can't criticize another black person. Me being a black woman, I can't criticize another black woman and her actions because I am a black woman. I have to absolve and be okay with her behavior simply because she's a black woman. How is that constructive? How is that beneficial to our community? If I can't tell my sister you wrong, if I can't tell my brother you wrong, black men do the same thing. Black men don't want black women criticizing them at all. But y'all understand that when a white person says something about y'all, we pounce on that motherfucker. Right? So who would you rather criticize, you a white motherfucker or your sister who has your best interest at heart? We need to stop navigating our lives and how we deal with each other because white people might be looking. Fuck that. Whatever they think about you is what they're going to think about you. Whether or not, like I said, whether or not you got all the money in the fucking world, whether you run the country, whether you are a billionaire, millionaire, president of the United States, you still a nigga. So stop going through your life as though you can't do something because some white motherfucker is looking at you. It don't work like that. We got to get the fuck out of that shit. And I can criticize whoever the fuck I want to criticize. And that doesn't mean that I hate all black women. Or why can't black women support each other? Why? Should I support bad behavior? I should support bad behavior simply because we both got a pussy and we both got melanin. That is a demonstration of a lack of intelligence. There's no way around it. Right is right and wrong is wrong, y'all. And if somebody is wrong, it is our duty as black folks in whatever community to ensure that we keep each other honest. As easy as Monique can walk into that room and tell Charlemagne he's wrong, what's wrong with telling her she's wrong? Now, because he's telling her she's wrong or has a critique about how she's navigating this whole thing, he doesn't like black women? He's a sellout. She likened him to a sellout. Not like he doesn't have a book. What is it called? Black Supremacy? What is this book called? Come on. To me, I feel like if I don't know. And doesn't mean, and just because I can criticize, and like I said, if we are in a place in a world where a comedian cannot take criticism, where the same comedian stood on stage and talked shit about skinny women until she got skinny, come on, y'all. You got to do better. We got to do better than that. We have to do better than that. Ain't nobody above criticism. Ain't nobody above it. Ain't nobody above critique. And I'm not going to hold my tongue just because you and I have a pussy. Just because you and I have the same skin tone. I'm going to tell you what's wrong, and I'm going to tell you what the fuck is right and where you're doing wrong and how you need to do something different. We're not going to progress if we're too afraid to criticize each other. I would rather you criticize me right? So if you're going to come to me and criticize me and something I'm doing in a constructive way, I'm all for it. If I feel like you're trying to tear me down, I'm not going to say you hate all black women. No, you just stupid. You stupid. If you want to be constructive, you got to be able to let people know. I don't know. I'm here, but I'll come back. That's neat though. It's so cool. California, I am not supposed to be dealing with this shit. Look at all this fucking hell. It was such a pretty day, and what the fuck? This is crazy. They out here directing traffic. I don't know what the fuck. This is crazy. Crazy as goddamn hell. Look at him directing traffic. Brother, this definitely is not my ministry. No, ma'am. I don't do this.